I've been watching BookTube for about 12 years, and I thought years ago when I was a teenager that I would be confident and happy enough to make myself a channel, and that never happened. I was definitely not confident enough, and it definitely could not have done it at 14. So at 26 I am giving it a shot. New year, new me, I don't know. Anyway, this is going to be a tentative reading goals video for next year. I have been really active with my reading this past year. It's currently the middle of December and I've read over 160 books, which is the most I've ever read. I've literally never planned to read this many in a year. It's way more than I ever anticipated, and so it's really exciting that I've managed to read so much. I'm hoping to continue it going forward. There are a couple of other things that I was hoping that I'd be able to do in the next year to continue on this kind of path of my reading momentum. The first is I want to continue reading as many books as I can. Like I said, 160 is the most that I've read in a year ever. My second highest was 97 when I was about 14, and last year I read 82 books. I'm setting a tentative goal of 100 books again. It feels achievable now that I've managed to hit 100 books in a year, that I can hit 100 books next year, but we'll see. I don't know how I feel about that yet. My next reading goal is to continue to read diversely. I'm someone who tries to read quite diversely, in terms of queer books, in terms of books from different BIPOC authors, and also from around the world. I tried to do that a little bit more this past year, specifically with reading more globally. I think that's one area that I can definitely still look to broaden my horizons. I want to continue reading as diversely as I can. My third goal for next year is to continue to prioritise reading books from the library. I have a Libby card and I pay for access to the Queen's Library in New York, which is $50, just under £40 a year, and I got it in April this year. It's one of the best purchases that I've ever made. I've definitely been obsessively using the card. My holds are always maxed out because I'm always just waiting for a new book to come in. Because of that, it means that I have spent less money on books this year than I did last year, but the goal is to continue prioritising books from Libby this year. I recently got a car and I'm hoping to move out, so I can't really consistently be buying that many books, and like I said, it was definitely much better this year than it was last year, but there is still room for improvement. My tentative final goal for this next year is to post videos. I had a book blog at one point that I kept up for a year and then posted on sporadically on and off, so I'm not too sure whether I will be able to keep this up, but it's one of those things where I know that I would like to challenge myself to do so. Filming at least one video a month, maybe 2 videos a month, to at least get me posting something would be really good, but we'll see where the year takes me. So far my plans for 2025 are to get working on some sequels. There are a few series on my shelf that I did start a few years ago that I would really like to continue with. I also have quite a few chunky books on my shelf that I'm looking to get through next year, so hopefully I'll be able to power through those. Apart from that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to read. I have no plans. Hopefully you'll see a new video from me fairly soon.